Hello, Musketeers! I'm Madam Hayden, 6th grade English teacher at Armour, and I'm here to tell you the top 5 Google Classroom tips that are really going to set you up for success in online learning as we start this school year. Your teachers have been working hard all summer to plan fun and interesting lessons for you, and we are so excited to meet you or see you again. We will be starting the year online, and we will stay online until it is deemed safe to return to hybrid and or fully in-person learning. I do want you to know that we will be using a regular grading system. So in this spring, you might remember we adopted a hold harmless policy for grades because we were in a really sudden emergency online learning situation. Now we've had time to plan and prepare, and so we will be grading you just like a normal school year, whether we're online or whenever we're able to return to the building. And no matter what, it's going to be really important to be able to use Google Classroom like a pro this year. First things first, to join a Google Classroom class, look out for an email from your teacher and be sure to click the join button inside of that email. Alternately, your teachers may give you a code and walk you through using that code to get into their Google Classroom on the first day of classes. And now, without further ado, the top 5 things you should know about Google Classroom. Number 5, what is the stream? The stream is the first thing that you will see after you click into one of your classes on Google Classroom. The stream is a place for your teacher to post announcements for the whole class or reminders. Students can comment on the stream as well, and that can actually be a really great place to get help from classmates or your teacher. Just make sure that you don't clog it up with unnecessary comments, because then it might bury something that's really important from your teacher. Number 4, Classwork. At the top of any Google Classroom, you can click the Classwork tab to see the materials and assignments posted by your teacher. On the left-hand side of the Classwork area, you will see a list of topics similar to a table of contents. And I really like that because you can click those to automatically go down to a certain topic. Topics will probably include how to get into your live classes, place to view class recordings in case you missed a class or just need to see that information again, and then assignments and materials posted by unit. Number 3, comment etiquette. Google Classroom allows for 2 different types of comments. Class comments can be seen by your teacher and your classmates. That can actually be really useful because if you have a question about something that was covered in class, your classmates might be able to answer that more quickly than your teacher can get around to it, because you have 18, 19 classmates and only one teacher. But be mindful, if you leave a private comment, that's how to leave a comment that only the teacher can see. And the teacher might leave private comments on assignments for you to see as well. Some things to keep in mind before commenting in Google Classroom: make sure that any comments are relevant, in the language of the class, respectful to all individuals and groups, and keep in mind your teachers do have the ability to mute you. So if you abuse your commenting privileges, you can lose those privileges. Also, even though sometimes we do this to be polite, Just so you know, you do not need to comment on an assignment to say that you finished it. The best way to let your teacher know that you finished the assignment is actually number 2 in our countdown. Number 2, turning in assignments. Turning in assignments obviously is going to be one of the most, if not the most important thing you will do inside of Google Classroom. To turn in an assignment, first you need to go to that Classwork tab at the top of the classroom. To look at the assignment, you're going to click where it says View Assignment. And it's important that you really take the time to look over your teacher's directions, probably at the beginning, but also before you finish the assignment. You want to double check those directions to make sure you remembered to cover everything. There might also be a rubric attached to the assignment, and that gives you a chance to find out exactly what your teacher will be looking for when they go to grade it. Now, most of the time, the teacher has already attached some kind of file, and you just need to edit that file. So you're going to type your answers into that file. You'll just click on it where it says your name and the title of the assignment. You'll type your answers, and that's how you'll turn in your work. However, you'll notice right below that there's a blue plus sign, and it says add or create. You will use that if your teacher gives you a more open-ended assignment where you need to, for example, last spring I had students do something creative on paper, and then they could take a picture of it with their phone, and then they would come in here and click add or create in order to upload that file and attach it to the assignment. Next, you are not finished until you click that blue button that says Turn In. Clicking Turn In is how you let your teacher know that you are finished with your work and you are ready for your teacher to go in and grade it. Okay? Now, if you do not click Turn In, even if you did the work, your parents are going to get an email saying that you have a missing assignment. And then you're going to feel confused because you did the work. Your teacher's going to feel confused because it's going to say missing for them. So just make sure you click Turn In, and that way everybody will know that you are finished. Now, don't worry. If you turn it in and then you decide you want to work on it some more, you can always go to that same spot and click Unsubmit, and then you can turn it in again when you're finished again. One more important tip about turning in assignments. Leaving a comment on the assignment does not count as turning it in, and you will not get credit for that. So please make sure you turn it in through that official channel, and don't forget, click that blue button that says Turn In. And my number 1 Google Classroom tip for middle schoolers is check your to-do list. From anywhere in Google Classroom, you can click on the menu. You can do that by clicking at the very top left, those 3 little lines, and it will pop up something called Menu. On that menu, 2 things that can really help keep you organized are your calendar. Your calendar will show your different Google Meet live class sessions that you need to attend, as well as any upcoming due dates and projects. But what I really like is that to-do list. That to-do list truly is a lifesaver. That to-do list will show you any assignments that are missing, meaning they're past due, or upcoming in all of your classes. So I highly, highly recommend that at least once a day, every day, you log into Google Classroom, click those 3 little lines at the top left, and check your to-do list. And that way, you will be sure to not miss any assignments. With those 5 tips in mind, you are going to be a Google Classroom master and make it a great year. You can rewatch this video anytime that you need to. Help out your friends too. And always remember, your teachers are here to help. If you ever have questions, you can email us. You can find your teacher's email addresses on the new website under Our Schools and then the appropriate campus directory. Or you can drop into our office hours several times a week, or you can always stay before or after class to ask a quick question. Best wishes for a great year, Musketeers!